Hey everyone, welcome back to Easy Coding. Today we are going to discuss second set of DP-900 exam. So if you haven't subscribed my channel, please care to subscribe for latest updates. So let's move on to the first question, that is question number 21. If you set up your SQL database networking with a public endpoint without any other actions, which type of user can connect to the database? So the options are public users with the correct access username and password, admin users, private users, no users. So the right answer is no users. Let's move on to question number 22. Which type of database workload is the day-to-day operation of your business? OLTP, data warehouse, OLAP. So the right answer is OLTP. Let's move on to question number 23. Why would someone choose to migrate to Azure database for MySQL? So we have options. Applications that already use MySQL can be migrated without modification. MySQL is more sophisticated database than SQL Server, designed for more complex tasks. Azure database for MySQL has more features than Azure SQL database. It is cheaper than Azure SQL database. So the right answer is applications that already use MySQL can be migrated without modification. Let's move on to question number 24. You have a Azure SQL database server named Server 1 and a single database on it called DB1. Your development team wants to add a second single database to the same server called DB2. What is the effect of adding a second database to an existing server on cost? So the options are no effect, you pay for the server and can run an unlimited number of databases on it for the same price. And the second option is you pay for the database, and so adding a second database will increase the monthly cost. So the right answer is you pay for the database, and so adding a second database will increase the monthly cost. Let's move on to question number 25. What type of analytics answer the question? What happened? Such as sales report for yesterday. So it's descriptive, diagnostic, prescriptive, predictive, cognitive. So the right answer is it's descriptive. Let's move on to question number 26. What database style is ideal for data that heavily relies on relationships, such as relationship between people, places, and things? So the options are Blob storage, MongoDB, DocumentDB, graph data. So the right answer is graph data. Let's move on to question number 27. What is the primary purpose of an index on a relational data table? So we have options to speed up select queries so that they return faster. It's a simplified view of a table returning the same data but fewer columns for instance. And the third option is it is a child table that uses a foreign key to refer the primary table. And fourth option is to speed up insert statement so data is written to the table faster. So the right option is to speed up select queries so that they return faster. Let's move on to next question, question number 28. What is the name of the SQL used by SQL Server? PLSQL, PLPGSQL, SQL PSM, TSQL. So the right answer is TSQL. Let's move on to question number 29. Which type of SQL commands deal with the management of the database, including creating or altering table schema? DDL, DCL, DML. So the right answer is DDL. Let's move on to question number 30. Which type of database workload is the type of deep analytics used by SQL Server Analysis Services, Azure Analysis Services, and similar apps? So we have data warehouse, OLTP, OLAP. So the right answer is OLAP. Let's move on to question number 31. What type of analytics uses advanced data such as camera sensor embedded in a store mannequin to offer customers who looked at an item but didn't buy it an extra discount by email? So the options are predictive, descriptive, cognitive, prescriptive, diagnostic. So the right answer is cognitive. Let's move on to question number 32. Which famous companies invented the database known as Cassandra? So Google, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft. The right answer is Facebook. Let's move on to question number 33. Which of the following are common characteristics of a relational database? Choose all that apply. So data stored in CSV file in a blob storage account. Database prevent deletion of a parent record if a child record exists. Stored in JSON format. Foreign keys. Data is stored in a table format of rows and columns. So the right answer is data is stored in a table format of rows and columns, foreign keys, and database prevents deletion of a parent record if a child record exists. So let's move on to next question, question number 34. Which type of analytics answers the question? Why did it happen? Such as comparing sales of first-time customers to sales of long-time customers. So diagnostic, cognitive, predictive, prescriptive, and descriptive. So the right answer is diagnostic. Let's move on to next question, that is question number 35, true or false. Scaling Azure SQL database up or down does not negatively affect applications using that database. The users might not even notice. So it's true. So let's move on to next question. Question number 36. Which of the following columns would make a good primary key to a relational database? Employee ID, phone number, first name, postal mail address, last name. So the right answer is employee ID. So let's move on to next question, that is question number 37. Which of the following are common characteristics of a data warehouse? Choose all that apply. Database optimized for writing. Significant pre-processing happens on the data before it can be used for reporting. Database optimized for reading by being denormalized, and support massive amounts of data. So the right answer is support massive amounts of data, and database optimized for reading by being denormalized. So let's move on to next question, question number 38. How does a relational database enforce data integrity? Prevents null values on columns which do not allow null values. Prevents records from being inserted if records they rely on don't exist. Prevents records from being deleted if other records rely on them. Ensures every column follows the data type of its schema definition. So all above is correct. Let's move on to question number 39. What type of analytics answer the question? What will happen, such as forecast sales report for next month? Descriptive, prescriptive, predictive, diagnostic, cognitive. So it's a predictive. So the right answer is predictive. Let's move on to question number 40. Which is the absolute cheapest way to store data in Azure? Cosmos DB, Blob storage, table storage, SQL database. So the right answer is Blob storage. Let's move on to question number 41. If you set up your SQL database networking with no access, which type of user can connect to the database? Public user with the correct access username and password, private user, no user, and admin user. So the right answer is no users. Let's move on to question number 42. Which of the following Azure database services has almost 100% compatibility with SQL server running in your own environment? So SQL managed instance, table storage, Azure SQL database elastic pool, Azure SQL database. So the right answer is SQL managed instance. Let's move on to question number 43. What is the good example of a paginated report? An invoice, a line chart showing CPU utilization of the virtual machine at 6-second intervals, a drill down report that allows you to report the data from many angles, a dashboard showing all the key metrics of the business with live updates. So the right answer is an invoice. Let's move on to question number 44. Which Power BI tool helps build paginated reports? Power BI Desktop, Power BI Report Builder, Power BI Server, Power BI App. So the right answer is Power BI Report Builder. Let's move on to the last question, that is question number 45. What Azure database product was specifically designed to handle non-relational data such as JSON data? Cosmos DB, Azure SQL database, SQL Server in a VM, table storage. So the right answer is Cosmos DB. So we have covered DP-900 questions. So if you have any queries, please feel free to comment in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.